the interview went on and on and on.
Oh my God.
Over an hour.
Welcome back. The conversation continues. So the tagline on CTA, and I'll keep saying this, is you never truly know people until you take the time out to get to know people. Ciddy?
Yes.
Mombasa.
Yeah.
Where does the story continue from?
Okay, so I told you about a time where I am connecting with acquaintances from a friend of mine at Ipsos, who connected me to the sister. The sister, together with another friend, are starting a company, and they want somebody in charge of their training bit, right? And through that connection, now the lady who was the owner of the company now, her name is Naima. Naima calls me up one day and tells me there's this firm. They're looking for someone who has experience with customer service. I'm starting my firm, but the person I would recommend, it's you. Why don't you give them a shot? Just listen to what they have to say, and then sends me the contact. Okay, so I'm like, okay, but she was a bit hesitant because she knew I had a good job, and she was hesitant if I would be willing to just go to a startup environment. Remember, I'm in, this social NGO sector where good park, amazing work environment, no pressure at this point. And also during this time, I'm also pregnant at this point.
With your first child?
My second child now.
Rewind selector. Go back. Okay. Well, let's finish this and then we
come back.
We come back.
Okay.
He can't skip being a mother.
Yeah. So I was in between. This time I had already spent one year being a data manager, right, in the firm where I would go on quarterly basis to Somalia, right. And at this point, I'm also traveling back and forth. And I decided, okay, let me give them a call. So I give this guy a call, and happens he was the head of HR.
Sorry.
Excuse me. Head of human resources at the firm. So he picks up the call and then he tells me, okay, why don't you send your CV here? So I'm supposed to, they used to use a third party to do their recruitment. Then they would send the final candidates to them.
Okay.
So I sent my CV and then I traveled and then it just went quiet. I believe after a week.
Oh, that's short.
I was like, okay, I didn't get to hear back. So I called again. So I called and I'm like, hey, the head of HR was called Dimitri. So I called him and like, hey, Dimitri, did you get my resume or anything? He's like, actually, I got some candidates, but your name is not among them.
Wow.
However, I will be in Nairobi on such and such a date, and I'm doing interviews. Will you be available? Like, oh, okay, sure. And it's early morning. So I'm like, okay, on my way to work, I would also go for this interview then. So I tell him, okay, I'm available. He tells me, send me your CV. So I sent him my CV. And come that day. So on that day, something else also happens at work. Where I am in IBTCI now.
Yes.
My boss has another opportunity and is leaving the firm, so his position is vacant.
Yeah. And?
And happens, I need to interview also for this position.
No way.
Yes. And both interviews, coincidentally, are on the same day.
No. Don't say same time as well.
No, at least not the same time. So the interview with the Mombasa firm was early in the morning. And then at 10, I have the interview in my firm
What?
for my boss's role. Yes, yes. And quite interesting. So come interview day, it's all within Westlands area because our office was just opposite Safaricom's offices. I think the street name is Manunganga, a very famous street as well. And then the other offices right opposite where we have we had Dusit Hotel opposite. There's I believe it's Uber offices. Yeah, I think so. And it's that building now, so it's very close, right? So I go for my first interview, and I remember going there. This is the interview. I go in the room and we're having a conversation. So we start off the conversation.
Just you and Dimitris?
Me and Dimitri. And the interview went on and on and on.
Oh my God.
Over an hour. We were just chatting and talking about customer service, experiences, metrics and all that. It went on for so long that actually we had other candidates that were seated waiting for their time for the interview. Right?
My God.
Towards the end of the interview, he was like, you know what? You have to come to Mombasa to see the farm. You have to come and meet the rest. I don't want you to make any decisions or anything, but I just want you to come and see the company, who we are, so that you get to understand who we are. And I'm like, okay. So, but I tell him, but I'm traveling. However, let's see what we can do, because I had to travel back to Somalia in almost 2 weeks' time. So we arrange, a suitable time. But then he tells me, okay, but before that, I would like you to meet the founder of the company, together with, they had one director. And he told me, okay, will you be available in Nairobi? They can come to you. And tell them, okay, fine, I can make that happen. We set up a date for me to meet the founder, who was also the CEO and one of the directors within Nairobi area.
This guy is giving you the job without telling you he's giving you the job.
Yeah.
Because those are all signs.
Yes, yes. And then it ends there. The conversation ends there. I go back to my firm.
How are you feeling about that conversation?
Very chilled. It was so natural. It was very, we talked about the entire customer support. We talked about trends. We talked about, the interview was very laid back. It wasn't the normal interview where, it's an interrogation. It was very conversational, right? So that's one thing that was really different, actually. And I loved it because it wasn't very top down. It was one directional.
I get it.
It was two-way and very engaging. So amazing. Then I got to my firm, and in my firm, I also do my interview. That it was really amazing because also my boss had been preparing me,
Oh my God.
for the role and for his exit as well. Because he had gotten a very good opportunity and they needed somebody to fill in his shoes. And he was like, yes, I would like you to fill in my shoes. And we had gone through the entire coaching session with my boss. So interview at my firm, really amazing as well. Conversation. Because, it's so easy, but I take it also as serious as just an external hire, So do the interview at my firm as well, and it's very positive, very, very positive as well. So here I am. I'm looking at, okay, there's this amazing opportunity within the firm, taking over my boss's role. And there's also this amazing opportunity in our startup environment. Within a week, I'd already, now I need to meet the CEO and the founder now
Of the startup.
of the startup, and also the director. We met in I want to mention the name of the hotel as well. We met in a hotel in Westlands area.
Yeah.
Westlands area was just the area,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Now I know Nairobi very well, so we meet in a hotel, in very famous hotel actually in Westlands area. We have a conversation again. And no, actually, before I even met one of the directors, I had to meet the CEO together with the head of HR, Dimitri now. So I met them first. And then after, again, I had to meet the director. So
Okay.
it happened, there was two
Two
more
meetings,
layers.
yes.
2 more meetings. And then after the 2 more meetings, I was now invited to go and visit them down in Mombasa.
And how are the
also
meetings? Again, they're just filling you out.
filling me out about the so it was a startup, right? The company had been operating for 3 years without any customer support department, and they were looking for somebody to come in and build the department from the ground up.
Okay.
Right? But they also they were very open in letting me know that there's nothing like that. So you're coming in to actually build it, and that's what we would like from you, and we would like for you to move. The challenge is moving from Nairobi, which is considered the capital city, very mobile, lots of movement when it comes to money. Moving somebody, specialist from Nairobi into Mombasa or any other town is much more difficult, right? So they're also there to sell the idea of relocation to Mombasa. So that was also part of the conversation that we're having at this point. Then back in my farm,
I was about to ask that. And on
back
the
in
other
my
side,
farm, on the other side, also conversation is you're the top candidate, right? We'd like to have you, and it was myself and another colleague of mine who was directly also reporting to, we were both reporting to the same boss, right? Both of us were competing for the role. I'm the best candidate, right? And
at this time, does anyone in your life know you have these two things that
No.
are happening?
No. It's very natural. It's very...
It's like the school.
Exactly, right? This is just conversation I'm having with people, right? So no one actually knows. And we're just having this just casual conversations around roles and the next stage. So I'm taking it so easy. We have the final verdict now at work. And at work is my boss sits me down and tells me, so we have a situation. Yes, you're the top candidate. However, we have a small caveat. The person in this role has to have a master's degree. But remember, I finished campus.
Bachelor's.
Right? Finished my bachelor's. And even before I graduated, because I graduated in December, I was hired in July. So before I graduated, I was already hired, right? So I never even registered for my master's degree. And that's another lesson again. I never registered for my master's degree. I never started master's degree. And this is 5 years down the line. I haven't done my master's, right? So they tell me because of that, this number 2, she had already started her master's program.
Oh. So it's not even about finishing. It's about just in the process.
Even in the process, yes, you have to show that there is a master's level of education. And because of that, we have to give the position to the person who was number 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Remember the feeling of not being in a in-school environment, not being in an outlet where I'd never been
the
to
rejection.
Pizza the rejection. This was the second rejection.
Wow.
Of you are really good, however,
you don't have the papers.
You don't have the because of the lack of paper, we can't get you in. And I took it like a very tough lesson. Like, oh, yeah. But it was also the nature of the environment. The NGO environment is very also academic. You have to proceed. You have to continue with the education, get your master's, get your certification, get all that in place. So, yeah, that was a very tough lesson, I think, for me. Very, very tough. However, I still have something else ongoing on this other. It's like you have.
And growth growth was an option. I mean, it was not an option for you. Had you got to that point of your career where you felt like, I need to grow?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I felt like I need to grow, especially that other people around me see like you are at this level. You're no longer at this. You're at this level. Actually, even bosses and also my colleagues at work, and even our chief of party, was like, Ciddy, we know you're overqualified for where you are right now. You're much more at a higher level than this. So yeah,
Okay.
I felt it. Yes. So at this point, I say, okay, it's okay. I'm okay with that because it's not that, I'm also happy because, I know
you have a plan B.
I know I was number 1.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Right?
True that. Yeah. Without even the papers.
It's just a technicality of I don't have the masters, which is something I can work on, right? I can quickly apply and get and work on. So I didn't take it as hard. I was just like, okay, this is what I need for the next. If I'm going to be here, I have to finish my masters. And everybody else was doing their masters actually, so it was a very competitive environment like that actually. All my colleagues were doing their masters. Yeah. I was there like, data manager, coding a little bit. So thinking I'm there, but like, no, I still need that paper, right? Yeah. So that was a good lesson. That was, I would mark it as a great milestone for me to go through.
Okay.
Yeah, that rejection was growth. Yes. So
I like that. That rejection was growth.
Yes. So now this other firm is not letting me go. They want me to come in down to Mombasa very soon. But the way the conversation is going, I'm already seeing I'm getting the role. Right? And at this point, they need somebody who is very fast because they need a quick turnaround, right? They need somebody who can come in and turn things around so fast, build teams, make sure that their customer service is not top notch. And so I tell them, okay, I'm traveling. This is my final travel to Somalia because also at this point I was heavily pregnant. And I couldn't be allowed to fly anymore.
I get it. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So it was my last travel. So I finished my last flight to Somalia. I come back. Then I tell them, okay, I'm going to come down to Mombasa to see the farm. But in my mind, I thought it was such a small farm. I'm thinking startup, maybe, just a core working space. I'm thinking maybe 10, 20 employees, right? So I go down to Mombasa. They pay everything, actually. They pay for my flight, everything. I'm taking a flight deal. And these are like critical times. I'm not even supposed to be on a flight at this point. But I go down to Mombasa, and I am amazed, actually. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't think that a farm outside Nairobi would operate at that level of operation. They had more than 200 agents in the contact center. They had a full build contact center down in Mombasa. And I was like, actually, it is a serious company, right? I looked at it, I was like, actually, yeah, they're solid. They're very, very solid. And I thank God for that trip down to Mombasa.
Yeah.
Because it made me see how big of a company and of opportunity it was. Because I wasn't still seeing it. I'm still skeptical because on one side I have this security, right?
And the
I have
NGO world
the NGO, the reputation about it. Yes. So that idea behind me going to view and see the farm was
the game
really
changer.
A game changer, yes. Yeah, it really supported me in my decision making. And so I go down and I'm like, okay, this is something I can do. I can turn around. I spent a few days down in Mombasa, then casual meet colleagues. They had lots of also expatriates who had relocated from Latvia down to Mombasa. Wow. Yes. Because the owner of the company was Latvian, and he had brought a lot of people from Latvia to come and help him to build the farm.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I'm like, okay, this is really good. But there's one problem. I am heavily pregnant now.
So 3 months gone.
I am heavily pregnant now. And this is end of January. I visit the firm, and then early February they give me the offer. And I tell them, before they give me the offer, I email them and I tell them, hey, it's only that you cannot see it, but I am pregnant. And not only am I pregnant, but I'm heavily pregnant.